Okay, this is my demo for AB, which is the um state logic for um, uh, when we determine which state that we're in. So this is going to be a melee. There's 4 states, so we got 4. If it was more, we would have 5. One more state for the logic. So we're going to show you that. So this is straight from Lab 12, which is a stoplights at a crosswalk. And we have 4 states, but we have 2 lights. We have a green light and we have red light. Pretty much these two will either flash on and off depending where you're at. So I have them labeled on the state table, which I'm going to show you. A, B, C, D. I forgot to write the C and the D here, but this is state green is 00 is A, 01 is B, 10 is C, and D is 11. This is how we keep track of each state by these. These are all just naming, and this is inputs that make it easy to go down this truth table. So to show you how this works, first we're gonna always start off in the green 00 state, and when the clock comes along and we get an input of 0, then we're going to stay in the green state. It's gonna just stay here, just do nothing pretty much. It's waiting for a 1. When the clock comes along and we get a 1, we're gonna go to the B state, which is flashing off. I have that labeled here. I don't know if you can see it, but it says flashing off here, and that's the 01 state B. And when we come along with B and we get a 1, we're gonna just skip the we're just gonna go straight to the stop red, which I'll show you on the circuit. But when flashing on, when this is flashing, pretty much when you get a 0 here, it's just gonna flash on and off, on and off, on and off, because 0 is, it's just staying in this state. So if there is no 1 being hit, it's gonna be flashing, and vice versa. If we're in this state, and we're just gonna be flashing on and off between here. But when a 1 comes along, then we're just gonna go into this state, and I'm gonna show you that. And then when we're in this state and there's nothing going on, there's no 0 input, just a 0 input, we're in this state. Once we get another 1, it'll cycle back to 0 0, in which our Z will be 1 and our count will be 1. So I'm going to show you that. So first I got to show you the truth table, or the state table, so we can get our equations, so we know how to build the circuit. So if we're in AA, so the AA state, AA, BB, CC, so because each state has either a 0 or 1 input, so we have to factor in both. And when we do that, we get these equations for each flip-flop here. So after you fill out this table, you do a K-map for each flip-flop input, and that gives you the equation here, which I got here, for each one. And you pretty much just go down and you compare the states. So like if it's 0 0 and we get a 0 as an input, then we're going to stay in the green state, so 0 0, and we don't have an output because we're not at the 1 where we want to go back to green. That 1 is going to be at the very end in the D state, because that's where the light is staying on and we want to reset it. So yeah, if you go do that, you get the equations once you fill out this table, and I'm going to show you how the circuit should look. So when the circuit, so as you can see here, the circuit, we're on a high state. We're stuck in the here is just this is how we're just had it on like this. But as you can see, when we're in the 1 1 red state, they're both on, so it stays on. It's not flashing anymore. That's the 1 and the 1. Now if we let the input and we put it to 1, it'll restart again. So that's what it's doing now. So we get a 1, and so we're no longer in the 0 0 state. We go back to the should be the B state. Let's see if I have that here. So, hold on. So we all right. So once it clears, it'll go back to the 0, and then when we start it again, we get a 1. It's flashing on and off. So flashing on, then off, flashing on, then off. And what's going to happen is when the clock comes along and we give it a 1, it stays on. And so that's how it looks on the table. And when we give it another 1 on the clock cycle, see if I can get it, it will 0 restart. So you just got to catch it on this clock signal here. But so we're starting at 0, 0 again. I'll demonstrate it. We're going to hit a 1. We go in. We're in B state, flashing on and off. We give it another 1. There. We're now in the high state. And then we're going to go, once we reset. So that's how that works. So that's pretty much the from the beginning with the state table. We go all the way through the K-map to get to this and build the logic. So that's my demonstration for this demo. Thank you.